Hi guys, I'm making cupcakes today. Yeah, I've got so I'm just doing a plain box cake because I usually do from scratch, but I'm feeling a little lazy today and it's kind of late, so I'm just gonna go with a nice little box cake. So I've got 1 1/4 cup of water, and back there too because this bowl is full, and then it was a 1/3 cup of vegetable oil, and then 3 eggs. And then I've got triple chocolate doubles food cake. It's amazing. Okay, so I'm just gonna, mix this stuff in, I guess. I'm gonna go with water first. Boom, boom, boom. Now I'm gonna put in the rest because I have a nice, glorious stand mixer, but I'm not gonna use it. And then this is for another video that's coming out in like 3 days. Y'all guys see what this is. It's also box cake because I don't know how to make red velvet cake quite yet. So I'm gonna go with just normal box red velvet cake. Trust me, I do always, like almost always, make from scratch. It's hard to stir and record with one hand, so.
Bill, straight up.
To make sure I mix this thoroughly, I'm just going to put down the camera and then show you whenever I'm done. This looks like and feels like normal cake mix. Well, actually, not like brownie mix. But I haven't even added the vegetable oil or eggs, so I'm going to do that. So in goes vegetable oil. The reason I'm doing this it 1 at a time is to mix it more thoroughly so that we don't have clumps in the cake. Because sometimes, even though you mix it, it can have clumps if you don't do this, or if your eggs are too cold. So sometimes you like to leave your eggs out for like 10 minutes before you do this so they're a little bit warmer. But I did not do that today, so I think it's better that I do 1 at a time so that they don't clump as much. So yeah, normal box cake is sometimes can be just as hard as a from scratch cake if you do it the way I do it. So thank you. Okay, so my vegetable oil is all mixed in now, so I'm going to add in my eggs. There are 3 whole eggs, so you see the yolk and egg whites, so I'm just going to add those in. Sometimes for from scratch cake, you do 2 at a time, or if you'll only have 3, so like if you have 4 eggs, you do 2 at a time, so that they can get in mixed thoroughly. But if you have 3 eggs, you do 1 at a time, but I'm not going to do that because it's not from scratch, so it's not as good anyway. I'm just gonna break my yolks and stir it in. Nothing too fun about that, so I'm just gonna, skip that part. Okay. Sorry if you guys hear my my brother, my dad in the background. It's Fortnite. I have my egg whites and yolks all mixed in, and as you can see, it's a lot less clumpy than usual cake mix. So the little clumps that you see here and there is only because of chocolate chips that are in there to make it, the triple chocolate fudge. So I've got my nice, it kind of looks like hot fudge on camera, which it's not doing it, it's not really being fair to how nice this looks in real life. But, looks like hot fudge. Definitely is not hot fudge. So I'm just going to put these in my cupcake liners, and I'll show you what it looks like when they're done. Or when they're in the cupcake liners. Okay, finished. Put my cupcakes in the liners. This one's really old and needs to be washed thoroughly, so sorry that one isn't the most clean. But, I ran out of cupcake liners, and so I had to just coconut oil grease this and this one to assure that I will not have any sticking cupcakes because I don't want to just waste 3 cupcakes worth of cupcake batter. So that's my sister.
Yeah, I pooped on the foot.
Ew, what? Ew. Oh, ew, why is your foot on? Oh my gosh, I have to clean that again. Okay, let us see your chocolatey mess.
Okay.
Okay, so I let her eat the leftover cake batter if she were to clean out the bowl when she was done. There's a disclaimer though, in order to avoid salmonella, do not eat raw egg. Okay.
Yes, eat raw egg.
There's my little sister. Do not eat raw egg. I don't know why we do it, but we do. You know, it's amazing whenever you lick off your mom's beaters after she's made some brownies or something.
Really
So we do it anyway because, you know, if we get salmonella, there's always a shot. Okay. So I had set my oven to preheat 350. It's done preheating, so I'm gonna go ahead and stick my cupcakes in the oven. So I cleaned up everything and sticking my cupcakes in the oven.
Catherine, look over here, look at your foot.
Be careful when I'm sticking cupcakes in the oven. I'm not gonna say that kids need adults to do this because obviously I'm a kid and I'm doing it. Just be careful and make sure your parents approve because I've been doing this for years. So, I mean, yeah. Okay, so I have to cook my cupcakes for a minute. So, I'm going to go 10 minutes, sorry. Really, it calls for 14 minutes, but ours always overcooks some if we go for the same amount of time. So, I'm just going to go with 10 minutes. See? Look, guys, it's 7:36 p.m. here. I'm doing this at 7:36 p.m. I know it's not that late, but it is for me because I don't ever bake this late. The longest I've ever baked is till 3 a.m. That was not expected. We did not want to do that, but it ended up happening. And we ended up getting a pretty cool looking castle cake out of it. So, you know, it was amazing. And then at that same morning, after only getting like, I don't know, 2 hours sleep, we woke up at 6 in the morning to go to a birthday party, which who knows why it was that early, but you know, life happens and we moved on. So, I'll show you whenever I'm gonna get the icing ready and I'll show you that. And that's probably about it for now. I'll show you guys what the cupcakes look like when they're fully done. Okay, so I took out the cupcakes and like some of these rose so much. Like, do you guys see how much that is above the pan? Like, that's like an inch and a half. And they didn't even spill over. They just, like, typically cupcakes would spill over and flatten out around the rim, which can cause some problems with clean wise and just anything. But they rose so much. Like, they're so tall, which is so weird to me because they never rise that much and I didn't even fill them that much. Like, I filled them halfway. I used 1/4 cup measurement to fill them, but like just like I usually do, but they rose so much. So I wasn't expecting that, but we'll see how it works out. But like this one is like the least amount of rows I have, and it's still a little rows, like more than I would expect. So it's kind of crazy how much these things grew. But I got my icing put together, so I have light blue icing, just plain buttercream, and it's sky blue dye is what I used. Focus. Okay. Yep, sky blue or azul. Don't know how to read that second word. Sorry, peoples. Sky blue, and for this, I just cut like a little tip because I didn't really want to dirty another tip for this. So because it's just a perfect circle, which is what I need. So it dyed it darker than I wanted it to, but it'll work for what I'm doing. And I'm also using white with a snowflake tip from my Russian piping tip set, which I love. Y'all should check one out. If you guys want me to show you all my tips in a video, I will. But I absolutely love them. I love using them. They're so amazing. Like, Russia got us beat on piping tips, okay? So go order yourself some piping tips if you want to make some good cupcakes because they are amazing. So yeah, I'm just gonna let these cupcakes cool and then I'm gonna decorate them. And we'll skip past the cooling part so that you guys don't have to sit here for like 30 minutes and watch cupcakes cool because obviously that would be really annoying. But I think I'm gonna take them out of the pan first because the pan is still warm. I mean, they're warm to the touch, so like this one's harder than this one because this one's darker, so it attracts more heat, and it is hotter than this one. Like this one I can just hold, and it's just a little warm. It's like touching concrete on a hot day. Like, it's not bad, but this one's like a little more hot. it's like touching a hot stove, like around the rim. So like to say this one was on, this one's a little warm still. I gotta turn off my oven. Okay, so I'm just gonna take these out so that they can cool quicker. And then I will basically show you the decorating part in just a minute. You guys don't have to sit for 30 seconds, or 30 minutes trying to watch these cool. You just get it in a second. But I have to watch them. So, goodbyes for now.
Put those on. Because anything you step
Why
on,
don't you go
you're
sit while
going
you're
to break.
stepping? Drop it again. Oh, man.
Yeah, why are you walking around the house, skating around the house? Alright, you just want me to record you?
Yeah. Like, not really me, just like here.
Okay. Did you know it's recording currently?
Oh shoot, I hit the wrong button. Oh, no. Okay, I have my mom recording now because I need 2 hands to do this. I'm just gonna cut off some of the ones that are like too, like, rows too much for me to do what I'm doing. So this one's fine. That one didn't raise like at all. But I'm just gonna like cut off the tops. And I'm just going around with a knife, cutting it off. It's very easy. And then, yeah, I'm just going to put this in my dad's mouth because we all know he loves the top part. Really, boo? Oh my gosh, there goes my sister. You've had so much sugar tonight, child. But, so I'm just cutting off the tops and leveling it. Just like how you, bless you, Mom. Just like how you do with a normal cake. Okay, Mom, you stop. So, I've made 2. The first one did not turn out very well because I'm still getting used to the snowflake piping tip and it's like not working the way I want it to. So the icing doesn't look all that good on that one, but on this one it looks so much better. I hope you guys can tell that's a snowflake. Camera doesn't do it much justice. It's pretty good, I think, but all together, so I have all the tops cut off of all of them that rose too much. Like this one, like I said, it did not rise all that much. And then I also didn't cut off the tops of these ones because there's no point, because I'm leaving them uniced for my dad and my brother because they liked uniced cupcakes better than they do iced cupcakes, which I don't blame them. I honestly don't like icing either. So I mostly just decorate them for my business, which if you guys want to check out, I'm pretty sure it's Hannah Biggs Cakes. I'll have to ask my mom again. We changed the name of it, so I keep forgetting, but
Hello.
my little sister's rollerblading, that's why it's so loud. Or not rollerblading, roller skating. We like to roller skate in this family. Well, I do rollerblades, but we like to go on wheels and ice skate, so yeah, okay.